Dyer on Paulsboro, a special show. We're going to go to the press conference at CAMcare. Irma, it's going to be pretty interesting.
John, I told Donald Norcross he's the real Donald.
That's how it works. We're coming back. This is a press conference held at CAMcare with Congressman Norcross making announcements of financial support coming to this operation, plus the town, plus the school systems, and generally across the region. Enjoy the press conference.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Well, good morning. Good morning. And welcome to CAMcare's facility here in Paulsboro. I'm Donald Norcross, Congressman from the 1st District, and as I come back to Paulsboro, it brings back the memories as I was a young electrician working in the mobile refinery over the years. And one thing I understood is Paulsboro people are proud. They love their schools. They are the Red Raiders. They are the undefeated Red Raiders this year. Listen, you never want to go up against them in wrestling. They have the best wrestlers almost in the entire country. We have a number of people we're going to hear from in a few moments, but I just want to come before you today to say thank you to those essential workers, the healthcare workers who were here since day one, literally allowing us to continue to function as a country. Since the pandemic, they've been doing the COVID testing and making sure that the essential health services continue to be taken care of. And we're here today just to highlight a number of those resources that are now being brought into under the American Rescue Plan, which was signed into law in the last few weeks. $1.9 trillion literally to help save America. This was a survival package, and we understand in order to survive, we need shots in the arms, we need money in the pockets, we need children in school, and we need people in jobs. And all that happens because of what takes place here at CAMcare. There's $70 billion vaccine program for testing and tracing. Early in the pandemic, remember, nobody could get a test. Was this test valuable? Well, that's happening in a predictable, responsible way. It's amazing what you can do when you have a good plan. But all this builds off the Affordable Care Act, which was passed during the Obama administration. $70 billion will go into that to help lower the cost and expand the number of Americans. State after state are opening their enrollment periods. But let me give you a few numbers because this is relevant to where we are today. Community health centers, which CAMcare is one of only 12 in the district. $130 million to those here in New Jersey. For educational funding, Paulsboro will get $5.5 million as part of the American Rescue Plan. Paulsboro, the town, gets over $500,000, close to $600,000. Gloucester County, where's my commissioner? $56.6 million. Again, this is because people need to get back to work, have shots in the arm and money in the pocket. So what exactly is CAMcare for most of you? Because in Washington, we have these discussions all the time. They are that safety net, something they call the FQHCs, Federally Qualified Health Systems. We understand when we give money to that network across this great country and here in Gloucester County, CAMcare will get it done. As we walked through the facility a few moments ago to see the dental chairs. Well, before they were doing this, many went without. And as you know, you can get away with not having dental treatment for a certain period of time, but it will come to get you. And that's so important. That's quality of life. For any of you who've ever had a toothache, I don't have to tell you how important that is. But it's also $7.7 million for CAMcare that comes out of the American Rescue Plan so that they can expand their services. Unfortunately, we were just having a conversation with Mark Roberts, the mental health issues. If you look around this great country, we're seeing a slight decline, particularly in those overdose deaths. Well, tragically, that has reversed in this last year. So the need for mental health is so much more important. Again, that safety net. So vaccinations, we've seen exponential growth of those getting it. 4 million shots in one day, which is a record. Well, with this additional funding that comes here, they're going to be able to provide vaccines right here in Paulsboro coming shortly. They don't have the date down. But CAMcare has been around since 1978. Started as a small piece coming out of Cooper Hospital and just now is the go-to for federally qualified health centers. And this really leads me to the introduction of somebody who's right there on that cutting edge of that safety net. Mark Roberts is the president and CEO of CAMcare, and I ask him to come up now.
Thank you so much.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming out on such a great day. And I'd like to thank the Congressman and everyone for the great work that they've done to make this possible. Passage of this act will do wonders for FQHCs, Federally Qualified Health Centers, across the country, as well as here in New Jersey, and certainly for CAMcare. Everyone here knows how important it is to have great, good quality health care. The role that healthcare plays in our lives is so important, but you don't really think about that when you're well. But when you're sick, the last thing you want to think about is it affordable? Is it accessible? Is it high quality? Well, all those things are true for CAMcare. And the Act and the funding will help us expand those services to more people who are in need. If you yourself or a family member needs someone to talk to or needs counseling or anything that has to do with primary care, we're here for that. Our mental health, our behavioral health department, and we like to actually transition the term into brain health, because it's very important that folks get the help that they need for that service. It's really important that they know that they can come here. And that's what we're going to expand here at Paulsboro, as well as some of our other services, primary care services. And the Congressman talked a little bit about dental care, oral care. Super important. And yes, you do think about it when you know you have a problem or an issue. But folks need to think about that all the time. And prevention is key for that as well. I can tell you, as I introduce our Chief Dental Officer, that she shared a story with me a few years ago, actually several years ago. We provided care for school-based health care. You know, there were many children who got to the high school level who had never, ever visited a dentist, and that never left me. So we're here to reverse that and do as much as we can. So with that, I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Tanya X. Cook, our Chief Dental Officer.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Congressman Norcross, I just want to thank you from CAMcare and all the FQHCs in your area, because when we call, you show up and you come and you support us wholeheartedly, and I want to say thank you. I'm excited. This money means a lot to all FQHCs across the state. For CAMcare, it's hard to believe that a year ago, most dental offices shut down. CAMcare was truly the safety net for all the communities that we served. We had more patients in the dental offices that weren't our patients because their private offices closed. We never closed. We have been here. We're still here, and we are still giving the care that our communities deserve, require, and need. And we are so excited because this will give us the opportunity to do even more. Over the last couple of months, we have had 17,000 COVID testing, and we're close to 6,000 vaccines. I'm just so overwhelmed and just thrilled that CAMcare showed out, and we do our job. So thank you, everybody, and thank you for your support. Thank you.
It's worth repeating because it is amazing. She mentioned how many dental offices, eye care, but literally closed. And when you have that toothache, there is nothing more important to make sure. Those are really essential workers. They're the ones who came to work every day when we didn't have enough PPE, putting themselves at risk. So we, once again, want to thank all those who helped keep this country running and keeping us healthy. And I'm going to turn to the state because Paulsboro is blessed to have one of its own in the Assembly, in the leadership. I served with John a number of years ago in the Assembly, and his focus has always been the people. And you could not ask for a finer representative coming out of Trenton, Assemblyman John Berticelli.
Thank you, Congressman, and good morning to everybody, to the mayor, to council, to CAMcare, to Mark, to your group. I was here for the ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
I go back that far. CAMcare has been an important element and provider in this town and has grown way past its municipal roots and has a reputation statewide. And so when the congressman speaks about what's taking place out of Washington, let me say this to all of you. The money that this congressman has worked to get and the focus he has brought, this is how it reaches people. You know, we often get frustrated with our federal government and our state government for that matter. It's big, it doesn't know us, doesn't find us. This congressman knows us, and that's why he's here today. And this money that he spoke of is going to reach people, and that's going to make a difference. And that's an example of how government should work and can work. And I can tell you firsthand that this congressman shows up, he cares. That's how he was raised. He worked nearby as an electrician in the refinery. He doesn't forget his roots. He just happens to be a congressman now. But Donald Norcross is still Donald Norcross. So, Congressman, thank you for the attention you've paid, because these things don't happen by accident. There's a tug-of-war for these funds as they come out of Washington, and I would say that New Jersey collectively, with the help of this congressman representing this district, has won this day, and this money will find its way to people. Better services will be delivered, healthier households, people will go back to work, and this recovery will actually happen. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
This is Paulsboro. It works, right? It's been that way for years. The port's coming. The windmills, they're shifting. They've always been there. And Don and Birch is still there, which it's the stuff that I do remember. It's just wonderful.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Next is a commissioner for Gloucester County, a young man who I've worked with almost 20 years now, and has a special quality and a part of his heart that goes out to the second chancers. Please help me welcome Commissioner Jim Jefferson.
Good morning, everybody. It's a proud day to be here in Paulsboro. Today has been mentioned about how partnership makes people's lives better, but it's so good to see the reality of partnership changing lives, and it's great to have our federal partners, our state partners, and here in county government, and we're so thankful to be the recipient of $56 million that's going to go into changing lives here in Gloucester County. You know, Gloucester County has run a state-run vaccination site. Last week we celebrated giving out over 250,000 vaccines here in Gloucester County. But one of the most rewarding efforts that I've had is, you know, we also partner with our local partners. Here at Second Baptist Church, we gave out over 200 one-shot Johnson & Johnson shots at our senior meal clinic. So there's a lot of facts, a lot of figures, but if it doesn't reach people, then all our work is in vain. And I'm so glad that through partnership, through relationships, and through working together, we're taking real-life dollars and changing lives. So I'm so glad of the frontline work that's been highlighted here at CAMcare. I'm so glad of the legislative work done at the federal level, the state level, and the county's doing everything we can to funnel all those funds, all that energy into getting people back to work, getting our kids in school, and getting people vaccinated. The toughest part about our vaccination center, it's a state-run system. It's all through the internet. It's tough to get people on. So community partners like CAMcare, getting seniors vaccinated through their local church. It's all about how to reach people, and it's an overwhelming feeling to think that you can be a part of something that changes somebody's life. So I'm so glad to be a part of this team. I'm so glad to work with these people, and I'm so glad of the work of CAMcare and that it's rightfully recognized today. So thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you. There used to be a commercial when I was a kid where the rubber meets the road. I think that was Goodyear. Well, it is about the local towns, the mayors, the councils, school boards, because that's where America lives. They don't live in Washington or Trenton. So we are blessed to have a great town that works together with its county partners, their state, and yes, the federal partners. And here, we're blessed to have the mayor with us today. Please welcome Gary Stevenson.
Thank you. I appreciate everyone. I'm going to ask my council people to step behind me. First, I want to recognize my fire chief, Michael Icardella, as Lieutenant Russell Trumbull, who are also here in attendance, and they're at the front lines as well. out there in the first responder land. I do want to thank Congressman Norcross, Assemblyman Birch Kelly, our friends Jim Jefferson from the county. Paulsboro's a small town. We don't have the means or the resources and the millions of dollars and the surplus budgets to help our residents as much as we need to. And that's why a program like this means so much for us. It would be catastrophic if we don't receive this money. And like every mayor knows, our taxes are way down, the collections are way down. And that's where this recovery money helps us. It's going to help the taxpayers with us not having maybe to raise taxes. It's going to help the schools help where they don't have to maybe raise taxes. And through it all, it helps the town so much better. I do want to thank CAMcare, and I've met with these folks many a time, how they've helped our town in many, many ways. And like the congressman said, and Jim said, we have a lot of people who don't have cars. They can't go to the big hospitals and go to these big sites. A place like CAMcare is 1,000% needed for Paulsboro. They can walk here. They can get the health care. They don't have to sit home and say, I can't get a ride to the hospital and suffer in pain or anything. They can come here now and get their shots. And as most of you know, I'm also a funeral director. So I'm on the front lines of this. Unfortunately, in the worst way possible. You got when this first happened back in March, I can't tell. I would go to the crematories. I would help at the crematories. They had to bring in trailers and trailers to hold all these bodies, working 24/7. Our funeral homes were working 24/7. It was so bad out there when the COVID came, and it's still bad out there. But with all these, with people getting vaccinated, it helps tremendously for those people now to get those shots. So, who may have to work out there on the outside, especially our nurses, our first responders, our police departments, our township workers. So I don't have to go through that as a funeral director again. So with all this money, with all this help from our congressmen, our state, our county, Paulsboro can improve. We can give the services that are needed. In towns like Paulsboro, where sometimes it's unequal to the rest of the communities out in the state, there's help for you Paulsboro residents, and the help comes from CAMcare. It comes from our federal government and state government. So from the bottom of my heart, and all our residents, congressmen, I want to thank you and the government for stepping up for Paulsboro and helping us greatly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So at this point, we're going to open it up, but before we do, if you haven't had your vaccine, please sign up. This only stops the pandemic is when shots are in the arm. Some money in your pockets, kids responsibly back in school, and people on the job.
We got a presentation for you, Congressman, first, if you don't mind.
We got some gifts for the congressman. Again, thank CAMcare. Thank you, Congressman, our senator, our assemblyman, and our commissioner. But we know when you go to Washington and work out, we want you to represent Paulsboro.
Yay! Oh. That's pretty cool.
A couple T-shirts. You can show that to Jim Jordan, who's a big wrestler.
He is, but you guys win all the time.
But on behalf of the community and all of our residents, we thank you, and we hope you enjoy this nice little gift.
And Pegasus on there.
And Pegasus.
Yeah, that's it.
You remember them days.
That's it. Thank you. It's very kind. All right. We want to open it up. First of all, thank you all for coming together. We're
CAMcare has a presentation.
Oh.
Yes, real briefly, then yes. So I'd like to present to the mayor a check from CAMcare for the Paulsboro Little League.
Oh, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
And that's what I say. This is what little corporations think they're multi-million billions, but they are always here for the small town. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure.
And the kids are going to appreciate it. Get them the hell out of the house, right? Safely.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.